Farley.
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley,
who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday, November the 13th, 2025, and it's Smoking Gun Jerky Day here on Bock the Blackshirt. Taste test will be later on in the second hour. 8 days, Bock, till the Huskers travel to Penn State. Well, probably 5 days. 7 days.
Yeah.
7 days before they travel. Do you think they travel on a Thursday? They go on East Coast, or would it be a Wednesday, you think?
I think they usually do the little Thursday press conference, right, and then get going. So I'm assuming Thursday. Although I've heard it's hard to get to Happy Valley, like flying in, and then you got to drive. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
All right, Buck. We're getting to that point of the time, Buck, where we only got basically probably 2 months of college football left. Have we thought about what's life after college football? We go through this every year, Buck. We go through this every year when we go through this period of February, March, April, May, June, July.
Yeah, there's college football season, then there's talk about college football season. That's going to be the case on our show again. I love the offseason. At least there's more to talk about. Those transfer portal windows, they're only doing one, so it might not be as much action this offseason from college football. That's one thing they didn't think about. I know they're thinking about the kids and the coaches and all that, but what about us? What about us radio hosts that want to continue talking about college football? Of course, I'm kidding, but it all goes on every day. I think about Husker football. It won't change, but it does hurt you a little bit when you see the games dwindling down.
I say we do this. We'll let Division II junior colleges and just Division II and junior colleges. We'll let them play from February to June. We'll have a transfer portal window for them. And then we start the season. We can keep football all year long.
Well, they do the spring league with the UFL. I think that was kind of the idea.
I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that football.
I know, but are you going to watch JUCO in the in the spring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's good, JUCO.
I just don't know if that would get the national attention either.
Or would you rather college football be year round?
Yeah, I or at least the spring session. We do the spring game. Maybe just kind of do a little
spring league.
Yeah, a little spring league, 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, 4 games.
I don't know what it would do. Decide. I don't know. Just put something up there.
Just like you have 4 weeks of spring ball. Each team comes a week, or you go there a week, practice a week, and then you play them on Saturday. Have the inner part where NFL has their practices all week, and then they play against each other.
Yeah.
Since they want to be the NFL, the baby junior NFL.
Well, we'll see if that happens this year. Of course, a lot of changes in college football year in and year out. Now, with that transfer portal window, the spring portal window being closed, I assume we're going to go back to spring games. And of course, there was talk among several coaches. Of course, Deion Sanders, maybe most notably, Syracuse coaches got involved there, of saying they would like to have an opponent for the spring, and it makes more sense than ever, right? The modern day of raising money. You could have an exhibition, but a game that people would definitely be interested in going. And here at Nebraska, they would pack it out. That's the one thing you would have to wonder is what would be the strategy toward that, right? If you're Nebraska, you want to make that money. It's like another home game. That's a big for the economy, big for the university. And so I don't think they would want it's kind of weird because we talk about Nebraska and playing maybe a home game here on Friday nights. At one time, we never thought that would happen. I don't know. It'd be a long time, I would expect, until Nebraska plays a spring game, or in this case, spring exhibition away from Memorial Stadium. You think about playing a home and away, like that could make sense, but Nebraska might better favor just scheduling teams for home every year in the spring if it does end up being that way. And that would be exciting. And also would be interesting to see what you would do in that matchup as well. Spring game and that format often about letting the bottom half of your roster, I suppose, get playing time and get better. If you played against another team, would you leave the starters out there a little longer? It'd be interesting to see that thing evolve.
Yeah. All right, Bob. Let's talk Emmett Johnson. What does Emmett has to do to put him up there with the greats of Nebraska football? I'm talking about production-wise. Now, I'm not talking about what he's doing this year, but it also going to factor into that. But what does he have to do? What kind of numbers he have to put up to be up there with the Amon Greens, the Amir Abduls, the Lawrence Phillips, the Mike Rozier type of running backs we have?
Well, unfortunately, I don't say he has just had one season, but he's had one season like this, right? And that's where he'll have to come back. And just to put it quite frankly, if he wants to be one of the best Nebraska running backs of all time, he's going to have to come back. And, I don't say that to kind of put down the Heisman chase and all that. I mean, he could have huge performance in these last final games, certainly give us something to remember. So, I mean, you could maybe for an individual season category, but if you want to talk about, this was once a lot of people consider it running back you at least have a lot of names that you could throw out there. And stats wise, obviously, you're not going to have the same amount as opportunities or, run heavy game plans as a lot of those option offenses did. Kind of the opposite of what we talk about in the passing game for Nebraska's historical record books. But for this season, if you want to talk about history, I mean, you got to think, a benchmark could be, 1,500 yards. I have to look at how many running backs have done that at Nebraska in the past, but he'd have maybe 2 or 3 games here left to do that. He's at 1,130. So you're still talking about 370 yards in those games. A lot of it would depend on if he could play in the bowl game. But the other part of it too is just as we can admit, some of those guys played for some historic teams. The Amon Greens, the Mike Roziers, the Lawrence Phillips. When you're playing for national championship teams, it's hard to build that sort of legacy, at least comparison wise, with a kind of an up and coming team.
All right, Bob. Would he catch Bobby Reynolds at number 10 with 1342?
Is Bobby, that's at number 10 all time for Nebraska?
Yeah, that's number 10. That's number 10 right there. 1,000-yard rushers. Who has the most yards in Nebraska season? I think. That's what I think it is. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm on it.
I say he certainly would. I mean, that's a number he could catch. Bobby Reynolds, one of the underrated ones, just because it's been so long. Okay, and of course, that's a different time and era.
Okay, Nebraska all-time single rushing leaders. Let's see. Bobby Reynolds. Is it 1342? Is that what you got?
Let me look it up here. Yeah, because I think that sounds right if I just go off memory alone. But let me double check with the season.
Rex Burkhead, 1357. Jamal Lloyd, he had 1,400 yards.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I wonder what I was doing in 2022.
You don't know?
That's a long time ago, Bob. Ken Clark, 1497. Yeah, I was on the right page. I was on the right one when I was doing that one. So that's why I say, would he? I think when we talk about all-time greats, Mike Roziers are going to be up there. I would like to see Emmett come back for us and get in that top 5 all-time rushing record. Even he's doing good for me just with the point what he's doing now this season.
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation altogether because you look at his previous years, nearly put up 1,000 between 2003 and 2004 together. In fact, coming into this year had over 1,000 yards with 411 in 2023, 598 in 2024, but just the 3 combined touchdowns on the ground coming into this season, has 11 this year. I think part of it's just going to have to be, part of it is numbers, but part of it's just going to have to be dominating here at the end of the year. I mean, they've clearly handed him the ball. Now with this Heisman campaign, I think we have a pretty good idea. They're not going to stray away from that game plan. And so he's got the chance to really put on a show. Can he do more in the receiving category? Because he's got 300 yards receiving right now. Obviously, that was a big part this past week. If he puts up a whole lot more in receiving, then I think you're going to have to go to the kind of the total yards touchdown or total yards for a season as opposed to just rushing yards to really get a good indication of what you're going to see or how to rank Emmett Johnson. So like all-purpose yards, the top 10 to even begin into that is the 1,743 yards Marlon Lucky had in 2007.
Yeah.
And Emmett Johnson again at around 14, well, exactly 14:31 with 2 games left, could break into that.
Yeah.
But either way, he's going to be in that tier that you would expect. At least I expect. I don't know how you've kind of been. Maybe you're really taken into this run the last couple of weeks. But the Mike Roziers, the Amir Abdullahs, Johnny Rodgers, if you put him at kind of as a running back situation, or at least in the total yards conversation, I should say. I think are still if tier you want to do tiers above where Emmett is, but he can kind of get into that category. And, I mentioned Brandon Jackson as a guy to Adam Carricker earlier, and he wasn't necessarily, he's not an all-time great, but he really put on a show there at the end of his junior season that decided to go pro. And you never know what he would have done if he would have came back. So it's kind of interesting, all sorts of ways to break it down. But Emmett is certainly the best that Nebraska's had since Amir Abdullah. And, that's at least in a decade. So that's an impressive, and we'll see what this running can get. I mean, again, I hate to kind of like downplay the conversation. I don't think he's a serious threat for the Heisman. I like the campaign. I think if you got anybody in the conversation, he could be a top 10 vote getter if things go right here by the end of the season. But you just think too, how special it could have been. He had a few opportunities because part of the Heisman race is the story, right? One of the big stories was going back to Minnesota, where he was the high school player of the year. That story didn't obviously play out well for Nebraska or him. So that's one thing that I think could have helped him along his way.
Yeah, I get your point on that part, Bob. And he has a great season. For him to get into that Heisman conversation, he's probably gonna have to bust at least 200 both of these games right here. That would put him way in the top because it'll put him around 1,500 yards. And when I say when you talk about running backs winning the Heisman, they have to put up amazing numbers.
Yeah.
They don't have to put up quarterback numbers. They have to put up probably close to 2,000 yards. I mean, you seen Ashley Gentry last year, way over 2,000 yards, and still no Heisman for him. So you have to see that part when you talk about the competition level. And I don't even think that they know who's going to win the Heisman right now. It's so. I mean, I've seen Mendoza, I've seen Ty Simpson, I've seen a lot of people talk about the linebacker from Texas Tech getting up there and getting some votes. You have just so many great players. You have the quarterback from Texas A&M. You have just so many people to go by. It's going to be a tight race this year when I think about that Heisman.
Yeah, well, and usually it does. It can sometimes come down to championship weekend, and I think that really could be the case here this year with the quarterbacks of Ohio State and Indiana. I think it is going to be a little bit interesting, though, in that game is what's going to be on the line outside of the Big Ten championship. Again, maybe a little bit higher seeding. I doubt much higher than one or the other when it get down to it if both those teams are undefeated. I say that always, again, with Michigan still on the schedule in front of Ohio State, so they got to be able to overcome that obstacle, which has been a struggle for them for several years, as we all know. But I in my opinion, it's probably going to come down to Mendoza and Sayin in that Big Ten championship game. But like you said, there's some amazing numbers. I always go back to Melvin Gordon's 2,000-yard season he had in 2014, and that wasn't good enough. They gave Marcus Mariota. So running backs, you got to have an incredible year. The last running back to win was Derrick Henry in 2015, and before that, Mark Ingram in 2009. So last running back not for Alabama to win. It was all the way back in 2005 for Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
So it's just it's not been a running back award. You need to have an incredible season. We saw that with Ashton Genty. I think also it's interesting, and most sports do it this way, but should college football adjust how they give out the Heisman? Should it just be a regular season award as it has been for the most part of its life cycle? But in the last 30 years, you've included those championship games, which used to matter a little bit more in the BCS era and even the 14 playoff. Now that you've expanded the playoff, I think before the playoff, I personally said Ashton Genty probably should have got that award. Others said Travis Hunter. One way or the other, I think by the end of the season, Cam Scatteroo probably should have had that award. You don't think that's funny?
Yeah, I think Cam Scatteroo part is pretty funny.
He was fifth and together. It's not like I'm saying out of nowhere. He had the best playoffs out of. Well, Travis Hunter wasn't even in.
Here's the thing, though. You've broken the code to college football, especially when you added bowl games to the total. I mean, that's not fair to the older guys. It's not fair to anybody who stands. Eric Dickerson's, whoever has that record. I think that they should leave most of the stuff that written in cement in college football to stay as it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's always interesting, guys, if you focus on the stats, and that was one thing with Ashton Genty going after Barry Sanders' record was, he's going to have some more games to do it. So that always had to be considered. I think what hurt Genty more than anything, obviously, was the quality competition that he played, but still was miraculous. Travis Hunter, by the way, year one in Jacksonville didn't go so well.
How's Genty doing right now?
Also hasn't gone all that well with the Raiders, but at least he's playing. Travis Hunter, I just bring it up because we've talked about it all offseason. We talked about it throughout his career. Would he be able to play both ways in the NFL? He played a little bit both ways. He was just getting to the point they were going to feature him as the number one wide receiver in Jacksonville, and then he goes down with a season-ending injury.
What did he tear?
Something in his leg.
Oh, okay.
We see, but in any case, so far, the answer, your return has been probably not as far as a full-time player on either side of the ball. And he was playing I think about 37% of the snaps on defense, so he wasn't full-time either way. But yeah, we'll have to see if in Jacksonville, their head coach said that'll be evaluated after the season.
All right, Bock, let's go to break. Before we go to break, 5162 says the Heisman anymore is just a beauty pageant. And unfortunately for EJ, Nebraska isn't that pretty right now. Well, guess what? I might have a Heisman guy in here tomorrow. And he's the best dressed guy at the Heisman. But I'll say that to tomorrow once I confirm everything later on today here at 93.7 The Ticket, Bock in the Black Shirt. We'll be right back.
$93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day with light winds. Be warm with the high around 70. Tonight, mainly clear skies and calm winds. Low around 43. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze with record highs. The high near 76. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and TicketFM.com.
Don't be fooled by the typical holiday ads this year. A new car for your significant other is a dream, but not a likely reality. Why not upgrade the current car you have with a detail? This year's hot item is a gift certificate from Nebraska Auto Detail to make your car look and smell fully refreshed again. We all have clutter and we all make messes, but it doesn't have to stay like that. Give the gift of a clean car this holiday. Buy your certificate at NebraskaAutoDetail.com or call 402-601-5086 for an appointment today.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. From now through the end of November, Ferndale fresh turkeys are just $3.99 per pound and in limited stock, perfect for your holiday meals. Plus, you can stop by for lunch on Fired Up Thursday at the Mercado East or Fired Up Friday at the Mercado North. With locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha, get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
The 2026 Love Nebraska schedule is here. Season 2 features 10 opportunities to catch your home team in Nebraska, with 9 at Baxter Arena and 1 at the Heartland Events Center in Grand Island. More matches means more chances to see your favorite pro volleyball athletes, like Lexi Rodriguez and Jordan Larson. Check out the full schedule by visiting lovbneb.com/schedule.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it's time for a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options. Options in warranty, features, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111, or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. All right, Bock, I got the power rankings for the Big Ten for this week. Mostly the same, a little razzle-dazzle shake-up here. Ohio State is number 1, Indiana's number 2, Oregon is 3, USC is 4, Michigan 5, Iowa is 6, Illinois 7, Nebraska 8, Washington 9, and Minnesota 10. I didn't go all 18 teams, but what do you think about that list?
Yeah, that's interesting. Obviously, Nebraska being ranked ahead of Minnesota specifically.
Yeah, that was the crazy part for me too.
Sticks out. Nebraska is 7-3. Minnesota 6-3. Nebraska 4-3 in Big Ten play. Minnesota obviously 4-2. And they haven't. I mean, they lost 41-3 to Iowa. That's not a good look. Then struggled with Michigan State. And these are their what they've done since beating Nebraska 24-6. So, you know, obviously you gotta kind of keep your head on a swivel, say things are changing. Maybe if Nebraska played Minnesota again I don't think that was the best output they put forward. Not that they lost due to Dylan Raiola in that game, but TJ Lateef could add a little bit of a wrinkle into it. So I don't completely mind it, but for me, I would just go with the heads up there. I mean, I'd probably put Minnesota ahead of Nebraska, but I think that is part of why there's such frustration with that loss, right? Not just how it looked, but I'm not convinced, despite losing 24-6 to Minnesota, that Minnesota is the better team.
Yeah. Well, you have to go by the head-to-head to me.
Right.
I mean, that what shocks me about this thing right here, because Nebraska 2 spots over Minnesota, 1 spot over them, but. Yeah, I don't like that part because of that part. But what about the rest of it? Do you think it's probably equal? I mean,
I think
agreeable.
I think that's fair. Another point of that you could make for Nebraska, by the way, in that argument with Minnesota, which again, a weird argument to have when you lost 24-6 to them. But they did. Nebraska's points, 0.4 and point against differential here in the Big Ten is +3. They've scored 178. They've allowed 175. Minnesota is negative, and it's by a large margin. So their points for on the year so far in Big Ten play, 111. So significantly less, obviously 67 less than Nebraska there. 1 less game. Keep that in mind. But also have given up 157. So they're negative 46 when Nebraska's +3. So again, it depends on what kind of math you want to do. I'm with you. I think head-to-head trumps. And that's why it's, I guess rankings is a little bit different than power rankings, right? The only other thing that I think you maybe could think about is maybe Iowa ahead of Michigan. I'd be interested to see those two teams play. Unfortunately, we won't get that this year. Michigan is 7-2, Iowa 6-3, and so and we'll see. Part of it's going to be common opponents. USC, Michigan beat 31-13. Now Iowa goes on the road to play USC this weekend. I think I have it where they do. I think I would have Michigan ahead of Iowa. So I really don't have any other problems with that top 10. Washington's the interesting one though too. Having they were kind of moving their way up. Now 3-3 in Big Ten play, 6-3 overall after falling to Wisconsin, and that's just not a good loss on the on their schedule. Wisconsin 1-5. 3-6 overall, 1-5 in Big Ten play. So I don't mind it, although I would really be interested. And we're not going to see it this year in a Nebraska-Washington game because it'd be hard between those teams to kind of figure out who mixes it up there in that kind of 7-10 range that you were mentioning. But one way or the other,
that's a 26 game, Bob.
Yeah, fighting for the others receiving votes.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice game next year. When I look at it, Bob, I look at Iowa jumping Michigan this week if they take care of business with USC. I mean, that's just my thought. With them playing the way they played against Oregon, you would think they would probably still be in the top 5, which you gave to Michigan, which I don't think Michigan is a great team. I don't think they can beat Ohio State. I think Ohio State escaped with a real good, easy schedule this year. I mean, they're the best team in the country because I haven't seen that game yet besides the Texas game. What other good game has Ohio State played this year?
Yeah, I mean, you look at that. Hasn't been a close one. there just hasn't been. Even that Washington we just talked about, 24-6. That's about as close as anybody's getting. Ohio State is incredible. As you look at UCLA, Rutgers, and then at Michigan being their final games. Remember, Michigan was a 20.5-point underdog last year, though, and won that game. So it's not always about how you measure up on paper. For one way or the other, Michigan's got Ohio State's number recently. That will be, by the way, in the Big House. So Michigan will have home field advantage. Could make it interesting, but I mean, I agree with you right now. Ohio State looks like they should be the number 1 team, and they are. Now, Indiana would have an argument with that. They've got one more conference win, at least at this point. They've got one more win overall, but Ohio State will get into that too. I think Michigan's a pretty solid team. Again, could they, probably looking like they're going to be 9-3 if they do drop that one to Ohio State. Probably wouldn't get into the college football playoff, and I think it's an outside shot for anybody to do that in the Big Ten, with USC maybe being the exception. We talked about their game here with Iowa. By the way, I was bringing the weather with them to Los Angeles. Yes, it's a home game for USC, but it's going to be rainy and windy there. So that's going to be kind of interesting this weekend. Then they got that matchup at Oregon. Now, if USC can beat Iowa and Oregon, take care of business against UCLA, sure, they'll make the college football playoff. I think that's a little bit too much in front of them, right? I don't see USC finishing 10-2.
Yeah, Bach. Best player in the Big Ten, Bach.
Well, again, I think it might come down to the Heisman race. Is the quarterbacks have a pretty good
now
argument there.
you got three. Let me see. Let's name them. Probably you name one, I name one. I'll go first. Mendoza.
Yeah, Fernando Mendoza is definitely, again, I would counter that with Julian Sain. I think those are two top quarterbacks in the nation. Going to compete for the Heisman there.
Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, definitely a good pick for going wide receivers. Mekhi Lemon has a pretty good argument.
What about Surratt?
He does too. He was out this past game. He's definitely one of the better wide receivers in the league. But you miss some time, you're going to miss a chance to put up numbers. Right now, Lemon leads the conference with 937 yards. Jeremiah Smith has been coming on as of late. He's third in the conference with 862 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Did you see the catch he made last week?
I didn't see any highlights of him this past week.
Oh, it was just a little short end zone one, but it was a incredible catch. Like he mossed somebody. Yeah, he mossed somebody. Did you see the dunk by your boy from Minnesota
last night?
It had to be this week. He dunked on somebody.
Was it Ant?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw it yet.
Yeah, I'll bring it up to you on the break. All right, Bach, does Nebraska have a all Big Ten player on our roster besides Emmett Johnson?
Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, I think Sierra Wright will probably get that. With Nebraska's passing
First team,
defense.
second team.
I think we could see a first teamer for Sierra Wright.
All right.
But outside of that, again, you start to kind of think. I think that's probably your who else? Who else would you put in there?
Honorable mention, I probably give Elijah Pritchard. I think he's came on the last couple of games, Bach, and he's proven that he's that guy right there. He's not the elite guy we thought we was getting, but he's working his way back towards that. I think when you come to a situation like he did, not knowing blocking schemes, very different, just different weather, different type of culture. You know what I'm saying? You have to get used to all that stuff. You can't come in and be a bad poison. And I didn't want them to paint him like that, Bach, because I think when he first couple of games, they was painting the wrong picture of this kid. And I was going to speak on it regardless, because that's just the type of person I am. I'm going to stick up for that kid, because that kid comes from, I've heard good things about this kid. I heard, the little things about this kid. So you have to judge people, and I have to meet a person before I judge a Bach. And every time I walked up to Elijah and introduced myself, we're both from the same hometown, and he's probably a bigger, better athlete because what he did in Alabama. He goes to Alabama. He's a 5-star. He Carver High School. Things like that. If you know what type of football I'm talking about down south. But at the same time, I like the kid. I think he's coming to his zone. I think he's that not that nasty player, but he's that rough guy that we need on that offensive line.
Yeah, he's definitely been one of Nebraska's better offensive linemen here, especially as the season has gone along. Now, unfortunately, when you do these awards, you don't get credit for improvement. So, the mistakes that he had early on in the season will kind of count against him a little bit there. Also, it's just the Big Ten. There's a lot of really good linemen out there. So I can see him maybe getting an honorable mention. We have a question off the text line. What do you guys think about Singleton being up there? I think Deshaun Singleton definitely has a chance at one of the, kind of a second, third team look. Certainly honorable mention as well. We mentioned it when it happened. Remember, his big breakout game was against Michigan State, where he had those 2 interceptions, and he almost had a fumble return for touchdown. Now, it was the right call. It really wasn't a fumble, but If that would have happened, we were saying it that week and saying it that day, he might have just got all Big Ten just from this game alone. And he's a hit stick, a captain, one of the leaders on this defense. So I think that he is definitely a guy to look out for as far as getting some of the nod there as well. Andrew Marshall's been coming along. Williams Nwaneri is one of the leaders as far as pressure rates in the conference, but just 2.5 sacks. Leads Nebraska, but probably not going to be enough again in the Big Ten with all the good defensive linemen in the league. Go to specialists. I don't think a kicker or a punter is necessarily in line for it. So maybe some honorable mentions. Isaiah Hunter could factor in as far as, especially as an honorable mention. Maybe Lindenmeyer. I mean, it's a pretty good tight end league. He'd have to have a strong last couple of games. But yeah, I mean, I think Javen Wright will probably get an honorable mention. He leads the team in tackles. So those are probably the names that I would look for. And it's a good group. I mean, we mentioned it at the beginning of the year. Nebraska's going to need to have some guys. You can't just, if you want to get to an 8-9 wins, you're going to have to elevate in certain areas. Emmett Johnson obviously is the primary example of that, but like I said, Sierra Wright definitely another example of that. And some of these other guys are coming along. It's still a young team. And I think there's a lot of guys that'll be on this list in future seasons. But as far as what's going on this year, I think that's probably the category. Again, if you're just looking for honorable mention, I think Dylan will probably maybe get an honorable mention nod. But,
No.
I mean, you're talking honorable mention.
No. Well, when you talk about Deshaun Singleton, yes, he started off like a rocket in the sky, Bock. He was great. He's still great, but he's slowed down a lot. I mean, his not production-wise, but he's not active. I mean, I'm not even going to say active. He doesn't have the stats, Bock. I mean, like early in the season when he did that 2-for-1 and that 2-for in that game and that fumble recovery he could have had. Yeah, he was an all Big Ten All-American right there. But when you look at the stats, he has 56 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 2 interceptions, 4 pass breakup deflections. Kind of good numbers, but at the same time, I have to look at some other safeties when I talk about him a little bit, because I'm just trying to bring somebody else up on here.
Well, and two, I mean, again, I think a lot of it's going to be, especially secondary. You might not have, and Singleton's a safety. He's second leading tackler, so this is kind of outside him, but it does factor in the conversation. If Nebraska is the number one secondary in the Big Ten and nobody has great statistics, you're still going to, I mean, there's got to be a reason for it, right? So you still got to give them credit. And you're not going to get statistics if you're a good secondary as far as tackles wise. And you're not tackling the guy. They're not picking on you and throwing at you. And you get a tackle. Like Sierra Wright's numbers aren't going to be great, but he's going to be.
Would you pick him over? Would you pick Singleton over Caleb Downs?
No.
43 tackles, 2 interceptions. He has 56 tackles. Caleb has 43 tackles, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Singleton has 56 tackles, 2 interceptions.
Yeah. So again, I mean, numbers wise, that could favor him there. But again, it's not always about the numbers.
Yeah, when you're out of the game early.
Yeah,
I doubt it. He played the whole every game like that.
Yeah, and he's just like, I mean, he's one of those guys that fair enough, right? We talk about preseason expectations and sometimes give guys the benefit of the doubt. Usually that's not going to be the case with the safety. I mean, he's a guy that you go in game planning for and worrying about as a secondary player. And, you do, I'm not saying you don't do that with Singleton, but it's to a very high level with Caleb Downs. I mean, he's a top 5 draft pick.
Yeah, he sure is. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Bock, let's go to break. And when we come back, the Pac-12. We're going to talk a little Pac-12 football. The rebuilt Pac-12. They got some football, Bock. They got a channel, Bock. I'll tell you about it when we come back. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock in the black shirt. We are powered
by
Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Bauer.
Underground.
Barrett.
Excavating.
Shout out to the Bauer crew out there working hard.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
I'm Kirk Herbstreit, and today I'm eating Raising Cane's. I want a solid bench of 4 chicken fingers, crinkle-cut fries with Texas toast. Now back to you, Todd.
So the usual.
Make Raising Cane's part of your game day lineup.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day with light winds. Be warm with a high around 70. Tonight, mainly clear skies and calm winds. Low around 43. And tomorrow we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze with record highs, a high near 76. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and TicketFM.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
The 2026 Love Nebraska schedule is here. Season 2 features 10 opportunities to catch your home team in Nebraska, with 9 at Baxter Arena and 1 at the Heartland Events Center in Grand Island. More matches means more chances to see your favorite pro volleyball athletes, like Lexi Rodriguez and Jordan Larson. Check out the full schedule by visiting lovneb.com/schedule.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are on Monday through Friday from 1 to 3. And yes, today is Smoking Guns Jerky of Nebraska Day, where me and Bock will do a taste test coming up the next hour on 93.7 The Ticket. Johnny Cortland says, great day in Nebraska. November 13th, windows down, 70 miles per hour rolling home. That is today. Enjoy, guys. You too, man. Enjoy. Hope you're on the highway going 70, but slow down a little bit.
I said we did have a question too. Where does Dylan sit right now as far as stats in the league? Obviously now out for the season, but he is right now 1, 2, 3 tied for fourth, or excuse me, he is fourth in the league with touchdown passes at 18. Once again, I mean, first and second team all Big Ten is going to be Fernando Mendoza and Julian Sain at this point. Dante Moore's cooled off a little bit, but likely going to be in there. Luke Altmaier's having a great year. So, I mean, I think all those guys
Cadillac Manis
are probably, I mean, Cadillac Manis leads the league in passing. I don't know if I trust that he's the best of the group, but he's been a good one. Jaden Mayava is certainly going to be in that conversation. So, I mean, Dylan's not going to be an all Big Ten first, second, or third team, but I do, again, like I said earlier, could maybe get into the honorable mention category.
Oh, I forgot they have third teams now. My bad.
Yeah.
We only had two teams, first and second, and that's it.
That's it. And honorable mention.
And that's it. Honorable mention. Rashawn.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. The captain. I got to call the captain today. I talked to him the other day. What do you got? Oh, okay. We got that one about Singleton. Any more about anything else you see?
I think that's about all from the text line. There were some thoughts here. Big Daddy Travis said, imagine if Satterfield liked Emmett Johnson last year. He didn't know what he had. That's definitely something. I mean, remember, he didn't get a snap in the Illinois game a couple years, last year. But we can also blame Terrell because Terrell was a Dante Dowdell guy. And I was an Emmett Johnson guy.
I'm still a Dante. I like big bruiser running back. Nothing wrong with a little running back. I guess I just like the bruisers, like the Earl Campbell type runners. If you probably,
I mean, I get it. Yeah, it's a physicality to it.
Eric said you had 6 to 8 teams in your league, Farley. What league?
You're talking about the Big 8.
The Big 8 had more than 8 teams.
Well, the Big 8 had 8. The Big 12.
Yeah, I played the
12.
Big 12. Yeah.
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 And one way or the other, Farley was an All-American, so he was going to make the All-Big whatever he wanted to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I made All Big 10 first, All Big 8 first team.
All right.
My linebackers was better than what if you think about the linebackers we had in
95. Yeah.
Yeah, like all the linebackers. I had to go through like not Pat Fitzgerald. It was a guy.
He was there in 95, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he was there. He made All-American team. He was first team. He was the first team All-American. You can.
Ray Lewis still hanging around.
Ray Lewis was there.
That's a pretty good linebacker.
I was on the second team. Let me see. I'm trying to figure it out.
I say one that wouldn't get mentioned maybe for his college career, but his program. I mean, Zach Thomas at Texas.
Okay, here's the defense part. Linebackers. Okay, Matt Russell. He was on first team AP with me.
Okay.
First team coaches. Purcell Gaskins. He was at K-State. He made first team coaches, second team. First team AP, second team coaches. I made first team AP, second team coaches. Tyrell Peters. He made first team coaches. He didn't make, and then Jason Thorne. He's from Kansas. But you look at the defense. Let me go back to that. Hold on. I got to go to that All-American team in 1990. I got to figure that. Think that one. I got to get that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, you were a little bit different than many of those linebackers. That was back when linebackers were pretty big, generally.
Yeah, I was the smallest guy out there, Bob.
Yeah.
Okay, the 1995 All-American team. Let's go. Here we go. Tommy Frazier, Danny Wolfel, Danny Cannell, Peyton Manning, Eddie George, Troy Davis, Danielle Autry, George Jones, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You remember him? Mike,
Yeah.
Mike Allstott.
There you go.
Tim Biaka-Batuka, Keyshawn Johnson, Terry Glenn, Marcus Harris, Alex Van Dyke, Chris Doran, Bobby Ingram. Now here's the defense. Defenses, we'll just say Tony Brackens, he went to Texas. Tim Clauston, K-State. Cedric Jones, Oklahoma. Jared Thomas, Mike Verbal.
Yeah.
Tackles, Teddy Bruschi, Pernell Jones, Brown, Marcus Jones, Brandon Mitchell, Jason Horn, Grant Wistrom. Now, here's the linebackers, Bob. Zach Thomas.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pat Fitzgerald.
Not bad himself.
Kevin Hardy.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Ray Lewis.
Yeah, he's a pretty good linebacker.
Simeon Rice.
It wasn't too bad himself. Yeah, he's a pretty good stacked lineup here.
Matt Russell. Anthony Simmons.
Mm.
And me.
Yeah.
Dwayne Clemens from Cal and the K-State guy.
And I'm still amazed. But when I asked you, I always figured, AP All-American would come with some great praise. Did you get a plaque at least?
Nothing.
Nothing, not at all.
Nothing.
So you have to have, at least you get a plaque or an award or something.
Nothing.
That's like the award. That's the team to make, the AP team. Generally.
No, Jay Foreman's my little buddy, Eric, if you want to know. Jay Foreman's my little buddy. All right, Bob, when we come back, I guess we can talk about the Pac-10. We just forgot about that. Well, the Pac-12. It was the Pac-10. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock The Blackshirt. Hour number 2 is up next.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Go Hog Wild Pet Barbecue. It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at gohogwild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and our gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. And right now, during gift card double discount days, when you buy $50 in gift cards, get a $10 gift card free. Happy holidays from Valentino's.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day with light winds. Be warm with a high around 70. Tonight, mainly clear skies and calm winds. Low around 43. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze with record highs. A high near 76. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
This Black Friday, it is time to hit your goals before the new year even starts. At Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, get 40% off our next 10-week challenge, plus 6 weeks for free to kickstart your fitness journey. Start training December 1st with kickboxing, strength training, and personalized nutrition. So when our official challenge begins January 10th, you're already ahead of the game. Spots are limited. Don't wait for January to make your resolution. Start strong now. Visit fxbeatlincoln.com or stop by one of our 2 locations at South 40th and Yankee Hill or North 70th and Vine. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. Stronger starts here.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Midwest Bank is hosting our annual Thanksgiving food drive, partnering with local Lincoln schools to provide Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. We hope to provide meals for more than 120 families in our community this year. You can help by dropping off a donation at either Midwest Bank location, 7001 Pioneers Boulevard or 2655 Jamie Lane. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Bock in the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome back to Bock in the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are on Monday through Friday, 1 to 3. Check us out. We're on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, X, also Allo. Be sure to come down and walk in front of the camera and say hi, and especially wave at Bock.
That's right.
All right, Bock. The Pac-12, rebuilt Pac-12, reaches a 5-year media right deal with USA Sports starting in the fall of 26. If you don't know what USA Sports is, it's USA Network.
Okay, yeah.
Who shows 1 million reruns of Law and Order. If you ever missed them, don't forget to check out them. US Network will broadcast 22 football games, regular season games, starting next year, 50 men's basketball regular season games, 5 to 10 women's basketball regular season game, Bock. No amount on the deal. I didn't get that. I mean, they don't really tell you that part, but looks like the Pac-12 is trying to get back in there.
Yeah, they at least have a home network, so that's good. I know they've also got a few games to be carried on the CW, CBS Sports Network, and CBS as well. So I don't know the pecking order of that, but a reminder. I know a lot of people think of the Pac-12. You're kind of thinking, well, what's left of that? You got Oregon State and Washington State. They will have a 9-team conference next year. Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Oregon State, San Diego State, Texas State, Utah State will all be kind of new members there. Gonzaga will be part of the Pac-12 again, moving forward in most notably basketball, obviously, but in some other sports as well. So, that might be a basketball only. I might have to double check on that, but one way or the other, that's all that really comes to mind when you think of Gonzaga basketball anyway. So that's kind of interesting. I also saw that NBC is coming out with their own sports network as well. So, as usual, so it's going to NBC Universal to launch the new NBC Sports Network this November 17th. So next Monday, actually, you'll be able to catch up MLB, NBA, college football, Notre Dame games. Dane Patrick Show will be on there. And the best part for a lot of us YouTube TV subscribers will be on YouTube TV. But yeah, everybody, it just feels like it's even more divided and tough to find the games than it used to be. Now every game can be seen in the modern age, which is a lot nicer than it once was. Maybe 2 or 3 games, especially back in the day, would be on TV. Over the last 20 years, you've been able to see everything, but it feels like, and we talked about this the other day with YouTube TV, but just to go to Netflix and Peacock and Amazon Prime, and the NFL's got these deals. Say it's tough to watch every game if you're not, otherwise you're going to end up with $300 worth of subscriptions by the end of the month.
All right, Bock. A lot of people are on Pat McAfee now. They're kind of angry at him. They went off on him yesterday. Pat McAfee goes off on his fans who are mad at him for interviewing President Donald Trump. Got a lot of people telling me they'll never watch my show again. He said, I would like to let you know, boop, boop. That's it.
That's right. Yeah. And again, that's the whole thing is based around politics. Again, I don't want to get too much into that. But it is, I always think it's interesting for anybody to get, again, politics aside, especially partisan politics aside, if you get a chance to interview the president, I think you should probably take it. It usually is going to help out your career. I don't think it necessarily means you agree with everything that they stand for or something like that. But everybody's valid to their own opinion. Everybody will have their own opinion. As I've said before, especially in that realm, good, because you are encouraged to go out and vote. And I would like you to be an informed voter more than anything. So it's good to have your opinion in politics. I just don't share. I don't share mine or talk about it too much.
Yeah, we don't do that, Bob. Not on sports radio.
No. This is supposed to be, that's kind of like school. Sports is recess, right? Yeah, we get the recess portion.
That's why they had a 6 o'clock. That's why they had a 6 o'clock news, Bob, not the 3 o'clock or the 1 o'clock Bock in the Black Shirt news up here. All right, Bob, chances to make the CFP playoffs. Indiana, 99%.
99%, yeah.
99%. I just
they're
lost
10-2. So, it's getting there.
99%. Indiana, 99.4%. Ohio State, 99%. Texas A&M, 95 for Alabama, 92 for Georgia, 85 for Oregon, 84 for Texas Tech. Ole Miss 83, Notre Dame 48, Texas 45, BYU 45, South Florida 39, Georgia Tech 35, Tennessee 1.9, Cincinnati 3.4, and USC 18.4. Let me see if Michigan. I don't see a Michigan 6.8%. I don't think the Big Ten is going to get but 3, Bob.
No,
I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry. I mean, that's all I can see, because they had a question. I was watching the talk show the other day, and they were saying that the Big Ten is equal to the ACC now when they was talking about football team, because how do the mid teams are when we talk about that part. Did you hear that conversation?
Yeah, I saw Joey Galloway saying that, which is surprising. Joe Galloway, of course, the former Ohio State wide receiver. Bear with me if you're watching the the stream here. I'm trying to get Terrell back on camera. No one to see his beautiful face there. But yeah, I mean, I thought that was interesting. Joey Galloway kind of brought that up. Kirk Herbstreit thought that was a little bit silly, especially comparing to the ACC. Now, again, if you want to get into the middle of it, talk about the USCs and the Iowas and that sort of stuff, I think that could maybe compare there. But I was surprised to see that, especially with the 2 top teams in college football at Ohio State and in Indiana at number 1 and 2. And I've always thought this way, whether it was people arguing against the SEC for not having depth or, at certain points now it's going to be used at the Big Ten. If the 3 of the top 8 teams right now in the college football rankings are in the Big Ten, and 2 of the top 2 in the nation are in the Big Ten. Now, you could argue Texas A&M, but in the very least, 2 of the 3 undefeated Power 4 teams. So I don't know what he's talking about. Again, if you talk about the middle of the Big Ten, might compare closer to the middle of the ACC. Okay, I mean, I guess, but you're not talking about it as a whole. And who's really comparing to the SEC is very interesting because is there still a lot of SEC bias in there? A lot of people would argue there is, but at the same time, I mean, it's hard to argue. Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, Texas, these teams, even Tennessee, who's still hanging on to a ranking, at 6-3. These other teams, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, Texas, like I said, just 2 losses on the season. Ole Miss, Georgia, Alabama, Texas A&M, clearly just 1 loss on the season, should be top 10. I think the SEC is the best conference this year, if you're kind of talking about depth, and you got an argument with Texas A&M there. But we'll see how it all plays out. I think it's silly to especially now. It caught me off guard, and it caught Joey Galloway was on the camera talking to Kirk Herbstreit. It caught him off guard because it's I mean, that's quite a take. I don't necessarily see it, especially comparing it to the ACC. Like, if you want to go Big 12 and you really have this big argument on Texas Tech and maybe, I don't know, Utah is underrated or something, I could see it. But the ACC, who's your go-to? Who's the team you're talking about competing with these top teams? Georgia Tech? That's the only team with 1 loss in the conference. Miami has shown their flaws. I don't see it.
Yeah, me neither, Bob. Bob, did you see Audi Crooks last night? You know who that is?
No.
She's a center for Iowa State. 43 points in 20 minutes.
Oh, wait, I did see her, yeah.
Yeah. Big Mama is playing, Bob. She can play.
Yeah. And she is big. She's 6'3", a center, at Iowa State. I was trying to see if her minutes. So, I mean, right now her minutes are a little bit down or close to where they have been. Because that did stand out that she, particularly that she didn't play in, the whole game or anything like
43
that.
43 points in 20 minutes played.
20 minutes, wow.
Yeah.
She's shooting 73% on the year, so no problem there. Also, I saw in women's basketball too, and I'm trying to pull it up here, struggling a little bit. But there was another game. Of course, Nebraska won last night against Creighton, so that was locally something to be celebrated here. Nebraska now 3-0, beat Creighton 84-50, and really took it to them. They were up 35-14 at halftime. Britt Prince led the 4 Huskers in double figures with 18 points. The Blue Jays are now 1-2. I'm not sure how good they are. They were 26-6 last year, so they were at least a pretty formidable opponent last season. And now Nebraska will face North Dakota State. Just wanted to give a shout out. North Dakota State Sunday. I should finish that off. Just wanted to give a shout out to the women's basketball program for beating Creighton. That should never go underlooked or undervalued. I also wanted to point out that Notre Dame's Hannah Hidalgo set the NCAA record the other night with 16 steals in a victory, 85-58 over Akron. That's a lot of steals. The previous record was 14. But 16 by one single player. Maybe she's the glove, if you will, going back to Gary Payton of college basketball, certainly would be in that conversation. The only thing that might hurt him a little bit, Notre Dame has a total 30 steals in the game. So even though she got 16, it's over half, quite impressive. It was part of Akron's 38 turnovers in the game. Hidalgo, a preseason All-American, though, has been pretty darn good. She also shot the ball pretty well, 16 of 25 from the floor.
Now, if you're going to watch Ticket tomorrow, listen to the Bock and the Black Shirt. We will be on East Campus, Bock, tomorrow. We will be with the bowling team, Jillian Martin and Kayla Starr and company, who also have a show on the Ticket. We will be down there broadcasting tomorrow, and I'm going to try to have a bowl-off against some of the girls tomorrow. I'm going to call it skills against strength, Bock. Because I'm going to throw the ball fast and furious, and they're going to be spinning their butts off, Bob. I don't know how to throw a spinning ball.
No, not very well. So you straight down the middle is your idea?
Straight down the middle, Bob.
Fast as you can.
And furious.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to try to beat them tomorrow. I'm going to try to get them in a bowl-off for at least 3 pins, Bob. Or if we do a whole 9, Bob, you might have to do the show by yourself and be the commentator for us.
We'll see. You said the other day, I think it kind of struck me off guard that you were not a very good bowler, then went on to proceed that your average is like 250 or something.
No, I said 200.
200.
Bob.
Well, that's still pretty darn good.
175, 200.
170. Okay, now it's going down.
Yeah, it might be 150.
142.
Yeah, it could go 120, Bob.
126.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a great bowler like that, Bob.
How long has it been since you bowled?
Since the last time we bowled that thing that time.
Oh, really? Yeah, you're not
That
a
was last
frequent-
year.
You're not a frequent bowler.
No, I'm not a frequent bowler.
No.
And I don't like to bowl with the little balls either.
I might even have to add, what do they call those? The rails on the side.
Oh, yeah, instead of the gutter ball rails.
Yeah, I don't want any gutter balls. That would embarrass me in front of the. No, it's more embarrassing to put those up. But yeah, I mean, I'm not very good either. We'll definitely have to face them with a bit of a handicap if we do that. I probably do average like 125.
Yeah. Old Dad 34 says all of the people on ESPN have to say the Big Ten isn't good because of the SEC bias.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely, that one stood out specifically. This one was like, not sure about that. But again, it was surprising because I know he's employed by Disney and ESPN, but Joey Galloway, an Ohio State guy.
Yeah. Let's talk about Bill Belichick, boss. Bock. Bill Belichick said he's focusing on Wake Forest game coming up, not on the New York Giants coaches opening. Should he be a candidate for that job, Bock?
Well, I mean, college football and pro football are obviously different. It might be something if he was interested in, the Giants might look at and consider. Remember, he's a long time assistant, on the Giants, so he's got a history there. In fact, from 1979 to 1990 was with the organization before he went on to become the head coach of the Browns, and then, of course, later the New England Patriots. The historic run he had there. Certainly doesn't seem like he's at the top of his game, right, with the North Carolina rebuild. But I mean, that's what it is. You start off in year one. There's a lot of expectations, especially for him. But more often than not, those you kind of have to break it down before you build it up. So we'll see what he does with North Carolina. I don't know if it's worth belling. He also, again, with his girlfriend and all that, I don't know if that's something the Giants would much want to consider. I think at least at this point, after the Patriots. The post Brady Patriots era didn't go well. This first year with the Carolina job not going well. The shine's really off him. I mean, you don't see him as, hey, we're getting the best coach in NFL history or among them, even though he is. I think you just kind of you don't feel like you're getting the complete package that maybe we were mid 2010s.
Who drafted Drake May? Was it Bill? Was he there? Who did he draft? How long has it been since he left the Patriots?
So he was there in 2023 was his last year. I don't believe that he drafted Drake May, but I can look it up and not try and get confused about which quarterback class Drake May was in.
All right.
He was drafted in 2024. Yeah, so he was involved with that.
All right, Bill and Bennett says you might get embarrassed tomorrow, Black Shirt. Them girls can bowl. Well, I can bowl too.
Well, they do it for a scholarship. They do it in college, and they're one of the best teams in the country. So,
Old Dad 34 says, Black Shirt, when you throw a bowling ball to get it to the hook on the following throw, act like you're shaking hands. I don't know what that is, Bob.
He's trying to get you to get some spin on it, maybe.
No, I can't get it. I tried that over 20 years now. I'm a better pool player than I am a bowling player. Can you play pool, Bob?
I could. We had a pool table in my basement when I was a kid, and I was pretty good at it. Kind of figured out the angles. And then my brother didn't want to live in the same room as me, so we got rid of the pool table. He moved into that room, and since then I haven't been very good because I just haven't played as much. So I think I had a future in it at one time, but now if you play me, no, you can take my money.
All right, Bob. Let's go to break. When we come back, Smoking Guns, Jerky of Nebraska taste test. We love it. You love it, except the smacking part in your ear, but we'll be nice to you this time. Nebraska, Smoking Gun, Jerky of Nebraska. I'm Bock the Blackshirt.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life, your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O, sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and our gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. And right now, during gift card double discount days, when you buy $50 in gift cards, get a $10 gift card free. Happy holidays from Valentino's.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Midwest Bank is hosting our annual Thanksgiving food drive, partnering with local Lincoln schools to provide Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. We hope to provide meals for more than 120 families in our community this year. You can help by dropping off a donation at either Midwest Bank location, 7001 Pioneers Boulevard or 2655 Jamie Lane. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day with light winds. Be warm with the high around 70. Tonight, mainly clear skies and calm winds. low around 43. And tomorrow we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze with record highs. The high near 76. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fucker from 93.7 The Ticket and TicketFM.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Test. It is Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska Day here at the Ticket. Me and Bock is going to do our taste test, but if you ever need some good jerky, go to Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska, 443 North 48th Street in Lincoln, Nebraska. You can also go online at smokinggunjerkyofnebraska.com and put in keyword Bock in the Black Shirt to get 10% off your online shopping. All right, Bock, where we at first? I'm just going to grab one. Tennessee whiskey.
Tennessee whiskey sounds good to me.
Beef jerky, sour mash recipe. All right, Bock.
I'll try some. I'm not a big whiskey guy. I like the state of Tennessee. I'm just kidding, of course. That's a different category. What do you think so far?
I taste the sour mash part. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it.
As usual, I always say, smoking gun beef jerky, very easy to chew through. I'm not biting through something pretty hard here. So that's always quality there.
Oh, yeah, I like that. All right, Bock.
Yeah, doesn't taste like whiskey. That was the main key for me.
Yeah, for me too. I don't need to be drunk on there. I mean, I don't drink anyway. So
right.
Wicked garlic. Wicked.
Hey, we usually save the wicked for last, don't we?
Well, doesn't matter. We got teriyaki today, so doesn't matter.
Teriyaki will cool it off. All right, wicked.
Yeah,
these
we
ones
don't have a hot one today, Bock. So
you don't think wicked's gonna be hot?
No.
What's garlic?
It just say wicked. It just says wicked. It's
There's a lot of seasoning all over
wicked with a garlic twist. Hold on now.
Yeah, I think it's a twist of garlic. I think it's gonna be hot. Is what I'm thinking.
You're scared?
Not necessarily scared. I'm scared of the quality of radio I might be able to do after this. But what do you think so far? Is it wicked hot?
No.
Burning?
Mm-mm.
No, not a hot one.
Not yet, I don't think.
A little bit?
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think it's very very light. This one's not. This is like if you like spicy, but you don't want to taste like the spice of it too much. Yeah, it's far from overwhelming.
Yeah, it stings a little bit, not much.
Yeah, just a little bit of a spice flavor.
Yeah,
you can definitely taste the garlic. Very good.
Yeah,
Big fan of
you
garlic.
want this one?
Yeah, I'll take that one.
I know you. All right, Bock. Next one. Teriyaki beef jerky, mild teriyaki flavor, not overpowering.
Mm.
I want Rand to send us the hottest one so I want the hottest one.
Well, yeah, we need to do like 3 hot ones in one day, and we'd have to wait till the end segment for that because I don't know if there'd be much good radio after that. Like, there's one. I don't even know if this is. I'm just going through the website to see which different one. There's one called Complete Idiot. I don't know what that one is, but that might be hot. I think they have and I don't have it right in front of me. I think they have 45 different products here, different flavors that you can have. Of course, again, we're having teriyaki now.
Okay, like a teriyaki.
Yeah, very good.
I share them with my dogs because they eat anything, Bob.
I'm sure they would. This is very good quality stuff.
I mean, I share it with them because they look at me so crazy. Like, they like fries. They love jalapeno cheese puff. They're not really.
They like
hot.
jalapeno cheese puffs?
Well, they're Casey brand, so they're not hot. You know what I'm saying? So they're just like cheese puffs. But they love cheese puffs also.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna try to tell you more about your dogs than you know. I would say they might just like the cheese puff aspect.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how much they like the jalapeno part.
Yeah, I mean, it is when I say jalapeno, it's not hot at all.
Okay.
It's just called jalapeno.
Just a little flavor.
Yeah, it says it, but it's all cheese to me.
Yeah, kind of like we said, the wicked garlic. It's just a kind of a flavor more so than anything overpowering.
Yeah. So
very good stuff today.
Yeah, I like that. So if you haven't had your smoking gun jerky of Nebraska, go to 443 North 48th Street or go to smokinggunjerky.com. Put in keyword Bock or the black shirt and get 10% off. It's some good jerky. You won't regret it.
And this Tennessee whiskey, I was just looking on their website too. They actually have the recipe for it. So if you try it and like it, they'll give you an opportunity to kind of give your shot at it. And there's plenty of recipes on there. I don't know how many here. I'm going to count them up real quick on the website. They've got at least maybe like 15, 18. So yeah, you can give it a shot for yourself. Of course, you can't. Likely, I'm not gonna say you can't, but likely won't do it better than they do. But it'd be kind of cool to try to make yourself.
Yeah. All right, Bock. Let's hit something else. What they have the in-season, what they call it, in-season tournament.
Yeah, NBA.
It's going on right now. Do you watch that?
I mean, I usually watch the Celtics portion of it. It's called the NBA Cup, right? So they're getting that going. It can be interesting. It is my biggest. You might not like this. It's my biggest example of why a single elimination tournament might not be the best way to crown a champion. Because as they've done it the last couple of years, remember the Lakers won it the first year. I don't even remember, they like barely made the playoffs, but you know, that's the deal. Is a single elimination tournament, especially in like a baseball or basketball where you play that many games, probably not the best way to determine a champion. They just do it for fun. You know, something to kind of play for and something kind of different. I do like that aspect of it for the NBA. And it's not what I like about it is it's not really a championship. I mean, it's just kind of something extra to play for, something to kind of get your attention early on in the NBA season. But nobody's going to be treating it like if you win this one. And they did hang a banner actually in Staples Center well, it's no longer Staples Center, hasn't been for years, but at the home of the Lakers for that. And I always thought that was kind of silly, but it was the first one. You know, ultimately it's fine. Again, I like it for what it is, as long as you understand that it's nobody's going to make their too many roster moves based off of it. I'll put it that way. All
right, Bock, this is a strange story right here. Number 5, Georgia hosts number 10, Texas this weekend in a good college football game. Guess what Kirby Smart did? He brought Billy Napier to practice yesterday. I don't know what he was there for, but he did confirm that Billy Napier came by the Dogs practice on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's a little bit odd, especially for a guy that was the active Florida coach here pretty recently. Obviously you know a little bit about playing some of these teams. I was trying to see if Florida had played, because they have Florida's got Ole Miss. I was trying to see if the upcoming Georgia opponent, if they had played them. So I mean, that could make some sense to play, having played Texas, and they did. If you remember correctly, Florida did beat Texas. So you know that's something. That's actually a pretty wise move. Might be more surprising that Billy Napier took him up on it, but you know, hey, you got to keep your relationships close. And in college football, you naturally want to think Georgia, you know, Gators and Bulldogs don't get along, but as we've heard from a lot of these different coaches, as you've got the group chats going on, you naturally might be more friends or talkative to some more than others. And yeah, so I think that's a great idea on the behalf of the Bulldogs. I don't think it necessarily makes Billy Napier look bad either. I'm sure Florida Gator fans aren't all that happy about it, but they're already not all that happy at Billy Napier.
Well, here's the thing: Kirby Smart and Billy Napier coached together with Nick Saban, so they're so they're already close friends. But you know, after just getting fired out, I think he got fired after the Florida game, didn't he? Florida-Georgia game.
I didn't get fired right before that because it was they had a bye week going into that, I believe. Yeah, because it was after that close. Remember, they won his final game there. They beat Mississippi State. It was, Mississippi State had whatever it was, 18-game losing streak in the SEC. So they were upset that the game was even close. The team already wasn't living up to expectations, and so they finished 3-4 this season under him, and then have lost since then to Georgia and Kentucky. They played Georgia pretty close. Kentucky, not so much. Florida did.
Yeah.
After Billy Napier left.
Oh, Bockoven, excuse
me. that wicked.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
Wicked garlic's catching up to you now, huh?
Bill said, "I want to see the Georgia destroy the Longhorns and end their CPF dreams."
Yeah, that's happening this weekend. Remember, Georgia won against Texas twice last year, so they have their number. Either that, or maybe Texas is due. But there's no such thing as due when you come down to the coaching matchups. Right? Is Kirby Smart's got to feel like he's got to step up right now on Coach Sark, but it's not like those games were blowouts or anything. So I expect a competitive game. I believe it is at Georgia though.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what somebody's showing a play of Deshaun McCullum. I don't know if he got hurt on that play.
I'm trying to figure out when he got hurt.
Yeah. Oh, it's not showing it. It's not showing it.
Yeah. Well, either way, I mean, hopefully with the bye week for Nebraska, he'll be able to make his way back out there. There's a few guys that are a little bit dinged up.
How did you think Davis did? How did you think Davis did on his first start?
He looked solid, right? For Nebraska, I mean, filling in, especially, considering the circumstance. I believe Dylan Rogers is is that who you're referring to?
Yeah, Dylan Rogers.
Nebraska. Yeah, I don't know if you're asking about Keona Davis. He's been starting a few times this year, but Dylan Rogers in his first start looked pretty good. Nebraska graded out pretty well altogether in that. Of course, the one problem that has been a problem is the quarterback getting loose a few times. But Maliava is specifically tough to bring down, but especially for Dylan Rogers, kind of a new number out there. Fit right in. I didn't see too many mistakes.
Yeah, he did pretty good. I mean, I like the kid. I mean, I think he's a big kid. He's one of those kids that can get bigger and help that D line. I mean, I still don't think we're going to be a complete defensive line till we add some more weight on there during the portal. And I'm talking about big guys like Ty Nash that was there. So, I mean, we've seen what the little guys can do. They're great on the outside, but when we talk about running inside and all that trap stuff, Bach, it gets a little carried away. And plus, especially with the containment, we lose a lot. So, I think we have to do a better job as coaches is teaching them how to keep containment on these quarterbacks, especially the ones that run. Because if you look at a quarterback like our quarterback, he has 12 rushing TDs this year, Bach.
Oh, yeah.
He has over almost 400 yards rushing, and people say he's not a running quarterback, though.
Well, I mean, he's not he's not going to confuse you for Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson or somebody like that out there. But, I mean, he's definitely a running quarterback, a mobile quarterback back there for Iowa. Hard to imagine that he's going to throw for over 150 against Nebraska, so it's going to be pretty evident, like it always is with Iowa, what the game plan should be against them. But it's that's a couple of weeks out. It's definitely going to be a big factor, like you said, with Nebraska's struggle against running quarterbacks thus far. Seemingly, kind of lines up with the strength for him. But another part of this is you're kind of going through it, and we're talking about guys, even Dasan McCullough. You know who leads Nebraska in sacks right now?
William Newberry.
How many do you think he has?
2.
2.5. Yeah, he does lead Nebraska with 2.5. Kate Petschuk and Dasan McCullough with 2 as well. I mean, it's been a group effort. 18 sacks for the Huskers through 10 games.
You can take my junior year, and I got more sacks than that, Bob. I had 5.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of my point, is they're kind of doing it as a group. And you'd love to see somebody kind of step up when Erie has had a good season as far as pressure rate. If you remember, some of those stats popping up mid-season there, but it'd be nice to finish on some of these sacks, and specifically have somebody kind of rise up. But part of that we talked about earlier is, who's going to be in there, maybe have their name mentioned for all Big Ten at the end of the season. You don't necessarily think you're gonna have one from Nebraska as far as attacking the quarterback.
Todd Husker Biker says, that's smokinggunjerky.com. He said, what is the website for the jersey? I mean, yeah, it says jersey. He say jerky. Yeah, smokinggunjerky.com. That's the name of the website.
Yep.
Or you can put in Bock or you can put in Blackshirt or Bock for 10% off when you go on the website.
When you're checking out, yeah.
Yeah,
we try it every week. If you kind of missed early in the segment, Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska. We do it every Thursday. Try out 3 of their flavors. They've got at least, I think it was like 46. I can't remember how many. I don't want to misspeak, but how many of them were on the website? All different flavors. So you just got to find yours. Find your favorite. Over 50 flavors. It says right in front of me here on the website.
Tesker said, remember when 43 said 57 is his first pick for all Big Ten? No, I didn't say that. When did I say that, Bob?
You said he was maybe an honorable mention.
Yeah, honorable mention. Yeah. Honorable mention. Now, I didn't say that. Don't you put words in my mouth on that, Tesker. Yeah, no, not that one.
What is interesting too? I saw Coach Raiola still arguing about on behalf of Justin Evans being one of the better centers in the league, if not the nation. So maybe there's somebody among that front line that might get a little bit more praise than what we expect at this point.
I don't know about that, Bach. We'll have to see when that come out.
Yeah.
All right, Bach, let's go to break. And when we come up, last segment here on Bock the Blackshirt, then get ready for Jay Foreman and Austin Orman for Old School coming up at 3 o'clock here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a 1-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
I can't believe I just scratched that card. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Midwest Bank is hosting our annual Thanksgiving food drive, partnering with local Lincoln schools to provide Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. We hope to provide meals for more than 120 families in our community this year. You can help by dropping off a donation at either Midwest Bank location, 7001 Pioneers Boulevard or 2655 Jamie Lane. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here a roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week and attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day with light winds. Be warm with a high around 70. Tonight, mainly clear skies and calm winds. Low around 43. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze with record highs with a high near 76. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
Rick Heyman here from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sauterheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. Bock, it's a beautiful day out, man.
Yeah, it is.
Too bad we only got another hour and 30 minutes of sunlight left. I would be able to do something great today.
Pretty much. I think I might still try to go put up the Christmas lights and get all the leaves out of my gutters and all that sort of stuff. So I got a busy. I'm gonna take advantage of all this.
You're gonna climb up on a ladder?
Yep.
Got to be careful.
Oh,
That's
I know.
why you got to get the kid. Got to get the kid to help you. He got to hold the ladder for you.
He's 4 years old. I don't think he's going to help too much.
Just say, hold the ladder for me, little man.
We'll see. By the way, I wanted to ask you too, because it just came to my thought process the other day, because I think DP had mentioned that he was losing something. What's the most furious if you've got your keys, your wallet, and your phone? What's the one that you least want to lose there? What's the makes you the most furious?
My keys, my wallet, or my phone?
Yeah.
Probably my phone, because I've been without one for a little while, but yeah.
Past trauma can definitely impact that. I wonder how that is for everybody, because at a certain point it's keys, because then you can't really go anywhere. But nowadays you can Uber, you can find a Lyft, all that sort of stuff. So at least you could get around. Wallet's pretty bad. When you lose your wallet, you're just
you're shooting bad.
Yeah, you're worried about it. You don't know where it is. So it's only one place. It drop out somewhere. You got to turn off your cards, all that. And then your phone. I mean, we've all been to the point where we're looking for our phone with our phone, right? I mean, so we probably.
I probably would rather lose. No, not my car keys, because I need my car.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1134, Bock. He says, Shout out to Terrell in Columbus, Georgia. I was born and raised in Macon, Bibb County. Now I'm a Lincoln guy. I guess we'll be rooting for the Dogs this weekend while the black shirts are off. Horns down.
Horns down is correct.
Yeah.
The rest of it I don't relate to, but yeah, that part.
Songbird says my phone is my wallet. Yeah, I have my credit cards hooked up to my Apple Pay and stuff, but I very rarely use them. I forget about it when I go in the store. Sometimes when I go in the store, I just leave my phone in the car.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see a reason that for me to take my phone in the store with me, especially in the gas station if I'm just going to get a soda or something real quick.
Yeah, I'm kind of an old guy, I guess, in a young guy's body, or young enough. I'm 35, so I'm getting old either way. But I haven't adjusted. I haven't done the card on my phone thing too much. I think I tried it once. I'm like, I'll just take my. It doesn't bother me much more to take my card out of my pocket,
because you go in places like Walmart and they don't even do it. You have to have the actual card with you.
Yeah.
Because I went in Walmart the other day. It's cold out, Bob. You know, it's cold. It's about 30 degrees. I went and bought a little heater at night.
Sure, yeah.
I didn't feel like turning the heat on at home. So I get in the line at Walmart. I go find the heater. So I go in there first. I said, I actually put the wallet on my phone. So when I get to the checkout line, you scan it. They don't even have it where you can have wallet pay or tap pay or whatever that is. So that was crazy. That's why I hate going into Walmart.
Now, I will say one thing about Walmart that I do like, or at least one of the locations, is when I was growing up, they'd always replay the Nebraska-Florida game.
Yeah, they're doing that over there off North 27.
Yeah. I was over there, and I was pointing out to my son and my wife, there's Terrell on the TV screen. So I appreciate that somebody's still doing that. Trying to sell some TVs. No better way than to put the Fiesta Bowl on.
8356 says, my phone cover is the wallet type. So if I lose my phone, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, you got to make that decision too. It's handy to put it all together, but then you're in double trouble if you lose it all.
Yeah, it's like making up so many code. Like now, since I regained my phone and stuff and tried to get my iCloud back, every time I log in, it's every different login box. It's the same word now. It's the same thing. I put it.
Same password.
Same password.
Yeah.
Everything.
You don't forget.
Everything's the same password now. I'm not switching it up. Everything is the same password.
Well, they'll make you switch it at some point.
Well, I'll wait for that when that time comes. Bones said, lost my phone at a music festival at Kansas City Motors Speedway about 10 years ago. I contacted the radio station that was hosting the event. They had my phone at the studio. I heard my ringtone in the background, and they FedEx shipped it back to me.
They just kept the lost and found phone in the studio. That's interesting.
Yeah, I hate that part. What do you stand with leaving an extra key somewhere hooked to your car?
Yeah, you ever seen that? You get like a little what is that, little container or whatever, put it under your car. It's like it can stick to the roof right under your like wheel well.
Well,
you ever done that?
No, because I only have one set of keys. The guy told me, he said, look, he said, you don't need to get the alarm part keyed. You just need to get the key part rekeyed.
Oh, yeah.
He said, you can get a key made without the alarm. So I might have to do that one day.
Yeah. Of course, a lot of people now have, push to start and stuff. So maybe keys are less important, but you still want to have them for your house.
Yeah. It's called a magnet, Bock.
Magnet.
That's what Eric says.
Even know what I said.
Eric always have to throw his little
He's probably
2 cents
appreciate
in
it
there.
there. I couldn't find the word.
We'll drive by Eric's job and throw some eggs at him, Bock.
Yeah, we need to go.
You down for that?
At some point.
You down for that?
Yeah. Here we got to figure out Eric's. If that's okay with Eric.
Nah, we're not gonna tell him.
Okay.
You don't have to ask permission the way he does us, Bob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't have to ask permission. Eric bothers us. No, bring it, Farley. I'll be text me the address, Eric, because I will come. And I will stop by the store and buy 12 dozen or a dozen of eggs. And out of them 12, I'm not gonna miss.
Are you an egg guy? Or would you prefer TPing somebody's house?
Neither.
Ever done it? Ever done it to anybody?
No. That's for little kids.
Well, when you're a kid.
Yeah, we didn't do that when we was. We didn't do that.
If you did that last week.
No, I I should have did your house for those pretzels, but that'll be all right.
Hey, the pretzels were a hit this year at Halloween over at the Bockoven house. Cleared them out. Somebody came and cleared them out.
Dan said, I don't lock the doors at my house. Me neither. I never lock the door.
Yeah, that's definitely a debate. I wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, it obviously depends on the neighborhood, how you feel, if you've had past experience with that. But a lot of times in Lincoln, you can get away with it.
Do you lock your doors, Bob?
I tend to at least lock one of them, which doesn't help all that much.
Now,
right?
I would lock the screen door and leave it open all night.
Do you So what I strategically do is leave a light on, or lights on when I'm leaving, just so somebody thinks that there's somebody in the house. Well,
I got dogs. I wouldn't care if they came. they come in there at their own risk.
I got a dog too, but he's a Chihuahua, so it's
no
risk.
You got cameras, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, won't you hear do you ever check your phone when the dog barks a lot?
I don't even know how my wife does it. Every time that my dog walks by that alarm or by the camera, it sends. She gets like 322 messages a day from the dog walking by the camera. And I say, you got to turn that off. But for some reason, it's on her phone still. She keeps it that way. It would drive me absolutely nuts.
He's just walking by her. Box.
He does. It's alert, your dog walked by the camera.
All right, Buck, we're going to get out of here. We're going to let Jay and Austin come in here with Old School. I think Nick's going to be on. I'm not for sure because Nick is here.
He's lingering.
Yeah, Nick. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Nick. I'm going to leave Nick alone today. I'll get him next week. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock the Blackshirt. We'll see you tomorrow. Good Sense Friday. Tomorrow here at 93.7 The Ticket. Peace.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies